And this is the camera, so that's where you look. Okay.
I know.
Oh, you do, huh? Okay.
I have a tablet. My camera's like right here. There's like a little circle I can see. So like, is it phone Samsung?
Huh?
Is it phone Samsung?
Mine? No, mine's a Google phone.
Oh.
Okay. Hey everyone, this is Laurel with Dabbling Hook, and I've got company today. This is Dorian. Say hi, Dorian.
Hi.
Yeah, he's acting shy now. He is
No.
far from it. Far from it. And you may hear other sounds because my minion one is upset at me. So he's in the backyard pretending that's me he's shooting at. Because I took his controllers for his game. So anyway, what are we doing? It's been a while.
Doing a yarn video.
I'm doing my yarn video.
Stuff that you made.
I have a helper today, and I have to be outside on the deck, so there's going to be a lot of ambient noises.
Yeah, but you might hear some like sounds of like because the cars will be driving by and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. My assistant today will be explaining everything. So, yeah, we just had lunch. Everybody's okay, but some people have no controls for their games because they didn't do what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So
I listened.
Dorian listened. So Dorian's here to help me. It's been, I think it's been a couple weeks since I last recorded. I'm going to apologize again for the noises and the shaking table because I had to rig things up here outside to record this. Otherwise, it'll be a few days before I can get to record, and school starting, so everything's going to be a little hectic for now. Okay, so the giveaway, my last video I had announced the giveaway winner. Everybody's been contacted. Everything's been either gifted or mailed out and received. So thank you guys once again for participating and for coming along on this yarny adventure with me. Okay, what have I been doing? I am, since we last spoke, I had mentioned that my first knitted pattern was released, and that's out there. That is my, oh my God, I am having a complete brain freeze. Yeah, my footbridge beanie. That's out there.
What did you have a brain freeze from?
Just right now, when I can't think.
No, for no reason you wouldn't catch, when it just stops you from thinking.
Exactly.
Something.
Yeah.
Something like distracts you.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to get comfortable and they'll be talking. So, so yeah, my footbridge beanie's out there, and thank you for all of you who've participated, but thank you most of all to all my testers. Also, I just published my second knitted pattern, a hat. I love hats. I've mentioned it before. I love hats. I wear them all the time. It's pretty warm out here today. Not warm enough to keep me from wearing a hat, but it's still pretty warm. So that's out there. I just published it yesterday, and it is right now, along with all my other patterns, for the Labor Day weekend through Monday. All my paid patterns are obviously 30% off. So I know I think I've seen a few purchases. So again, thank you guys so very much for that. The new pattern is my, I'm trying to be careful so I don't shake the table too much, my Ogunquit beanie, and it's another knitted one. So again, thank you for all my testers who helped me out this time. Oh, and as far as the footbridge, if you guys help me test, and if you could link to the pattern, link your finished items to the pattern, that would be awesome. I know from experience when I buy a pattern, oops, sorry, new microphone here too, so hopefully that works better. I know when I buy a pattern, I like to see, if not reviews, at least finished projects of the items, at least to get an idea of what people use for yarns and colors and everything. So I would love if you guys can link your finished items to the patterns. That would be great. Minion 2 is now on deck, so you may or may not hear. I'm sorry, I just said Minion 2. He corrected me. Minion 1 is here. So he may make an appearance, if only to annoy me. So as I was saying, second pattern is, here, you're going to help me show? I'll let you know when you can show it. That table shaking is him behind. Don't touch.
I thought it wasn't plugged in all the way.
Oh, good Lord. It's going to be a long one. My Ogunquit beanie is my second knitted beanie. And as I was saying, I never thought I'd even learn how to knit, much less now have a pattern out there. It's going to be one of those days. Father Minion is looking out the door. And yeah, it's going to be one of those days. Go ahead. Don't slam the door. Yeah, it's going to be now or never, so, you know, life. Anyway, this is my Ogunquit beanie. It is, like I said, I like simple. And I apologize, I'm getting used to the mic, so if you hear any rustling, it's me touching things. I like simple, but I like it with a little extra. So texture, visual, visual texture, or tactile texture. So
what's tactile texture?
Stuff you can, when you can feel it. Yeah. Anyway, so it comes in 4 sizes, baby, small, medium, and large. It's going to be such a long one.
Where's the baby?
Yes, that's the baby.
That's
so here, Dorian, you can show them what the baby one looks like.
This white one here?
Yeah, it's a cream color.
It looks like vanilla ice cream.
It looks like vanilla ice cream.
Or
now, for the baby one, I actually tried twisted rib, which I kind of like. It takes a little longer, but I kind of like the effect of it, and it makes it a little snugger, I think. So. And even though these are the same yarns, for some reason this one was a little thicker than the others, so the baby one actually looks the same as almost the same as the small, but it is a little bigger. It's about 10 stitches bigger on this one, but the brim looks smaller because of the twisted rib, and then for some reason the yarn's a little thicker, so it came out looking a little, it feels a little thicker, and it came out a little taller. Right. And all these yarns, stop that, all the yarns are Lion Brand wool spun, which is being discontinued. And I saw, I think on Sorella's stories, Instagram stories, that they're replacing it with a different yarn, which has no wool in it. And I do like this one. And Lion Brand has these on clearance for $1. I think they're usually $4.99, $4.59 when they were regular prices, and they're $1 right now while supplies last on the website, and it's not a lot. I think it's about maybe like 5 or 6 colors left of them. I do have some. I do have some in my stash, so I've resisted twice. I even was on there last night and I didn't buy it. So yeah, so this is the medium. And this would fit just your average head size, and then the large. So if you like it slouchy and loose, or if you have a big noggin like I do, then that's what this one is. So this is out, the Ogunquit beanie. It's basically a basket weave.
You made it all out?
Yeah, I did. It's a basket weave pattern. Simple. Once you get going, it's simple.
Oh, it looks like, you know, those like picnic things, those picnic blankets.
The picnic blankets?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
There you go. See? Simple explanation right there. Anyway, so that's that. So that's out there. Very long story short. That's out there, along with all my other patterns, are 30% off right now through Monday, and the Ogunquit will be 30% off through next Friday, the 7th. So that will be a few days longer. So thank you to all of those who've purchased this, as well as any of my other patterns. So I really do appreciate it. It's awesome to actually think of myself as a designer now. I'm owning it. and it's great for the support, and I can't wait to see any of your finished projects. I really hope that you guys link to it if and when you do make it. All right, works in progress. Oh, avalanche. So the first thing I am, actually, can you hand me that bag right there? The small one? Yes. So we've all seen the Karen and Pantone collaboration. And last time I showed that I had bought 2. This is one of them. And as you can see, I am using it. And I've used 2, and I'm on my 3rd color right now. So I am just knitting up another beanie. I do love the feel of this. It's very, it's a hat. It's very silky. It's squishy.
What's the open top?
No, I'm not done yet. I'm only halfway.
Oh, you're
okay.
Close it soon.
I will. I'll close it soon, so it'll look like that at the top.
Like mine.
Yeah. Okay. How do you know that's yours? I just had you try it on. It's going to be a long video.
I think I heard you say that.
Did I? I must have forgotten. So, yes, I am testing it out, making this beanie. It's just a simple, sort of, I think I'm following, I thought I was following the broken rib, but it kind of an extended broken rib pattern. But this is it. Like I said, I love the feel of it. I'm also practicing changing colors and not having a jog. I looked at 3 videos. One was by Chemknits. I think you guys all know Chemknits. She does the dyeing videos, the weekly dyeing videos. And then there were 2 others, but I think I like hers better. But there are a couple I have saved, but I'm trying to get it where the color changes aren't so noticeable with the jog. So we'll see once it's done. So that is work in progress. Like I said, I'm on the 3rd color and I have 2 more to go. I'm hoping I have enough because Ross from Smell Great Guy, he did one with, I think he cast it on 80, so I did basically the same thing. I can't remember if I used the same hook. I'm using a 5mm, I said hook. I'm using a 5mm needles. Chow Goose. I do like those. I like the cords. So hopefully I won't run out.
Those look like chopsticks, those metal things. They
do look like chopsticks, yep. All right, so that's that. The other work in progress I have, I think last year, there was a cowl for the Hotel of Bees. And I had started one, which is sadly languishing in another project bag, one of my many whips. And the yarns I chose, I had 2, I believe I bought from Craftsy. And the 3rd one I bought from an indie dyer. And it was also supposed to be a worsted, but it was just so much thinner than the other 2 that I bought from Craftsy. And it just wasn't working out at all. So I never picked it up again. But Angelia, myself, and Angelia of the Little Xenia Patch, myself, and Debbie from the Canadian Crotcheta are actually doing this and hopefully getting us to keep going at it. I'm not sure if Debbie's going to keep going. It's not a pattern it's not mindless. You have to pay attention. You have to count. I can't reiterate that enough because myself, I will be doing it and I think I know what I'm doing, or I've got the repetition, and then I get to the next row and I've either dropped a stitch or missed something. And here we go. I just lost my assistant for now. So I've had to rip back about 4 times, I think now, where I've missed a stitch or my count was off or whatever. So it's definitely not a pattern that you are going to just sit and watch TV, because you have to count each line. You have to know what you're doing. goodness, good Lord, good Lord. Anyway, all that to say, I've gotten way farther this time than I have. You're shaking my table.
Okay.
Sorry, that was the mom eye. I've gotten a lot farther than I have since the last time. So this is where I am. I think when I did it last time, when I did it last time, I was here. I think I had just started this honeycomb. Oh, and I'm showing it to you backwards. But I finished the first honeycomb section, and nope, I was showing it to you right. Oh, good Lord. And I just finished off the second wing section, and I'm about to start, I forget, it's a honeycomb, but it's not this, it's an open honeycomb, I think it's called. So that is where, basically, I think I'm on the second section, or the second color section I'm about to go into. I apologize for that noise I'm sure that you can hear right now. It's one of those days. You should definitely put this on like fast forward to watch. It's going to be a long one, because if I didn't record this today, seriously, it wouldn't happen. So, oh, and this is in a bag by Angelia as well. Isn't that gorgeous? The colors are just summer, total summer, and the lighting is on and off here, but it'll have to do. So check out Angelia's shop. She has she sells her project bags as well. So okay, so that's that. The other thing I'm working on is another pattern that I don't know if I want to show now or nope, it's not that. Basically, my fringed triangle cowl, which Debbie, again of the Canadian Crocheter, had made, and she reviewed it, and I very much appreciated her glowing review of the one that she made. So right now I am trying desperately to stash down. I'm a little behind, as I've said, in my prep for all my craft fairs, and I do have a lot of bulky that I was accumulating and I'm trying to stash down. So I am working on another fringed triangle cowl, and this is Thick and Quick in the colorway Sequoia. And this I've had for almost 2 years in my stash right now. Oh, I need to... He's testing my patience. He's lucky he's cute. Okay, so that is what I'm working on. That is, I think that's all of it for whips right now. I'm trying to keep my whips to the hat I need to finish, and that was that's in no rush, because that was just testing out the yarn and staying on top of the Hotel of Bees, because if you guys are part of Angelia's Facebook group, I posted a video, or I shared a video from YouTube of the Crochet O'Clock, I think is her channel name. She did a quick video, and hopefully I'll put it below, of a lot of the cowls that are coming up, especially for starting September. And I think she reviewed 4 or 5 of them, and 2 of them in there. One I'm definitely doing. It's the Tree of Life. I have wanted to do that for the longest time. I've had the pattern, I think even before I was big into Ravelry. I was online at the Lion Brand site, and oh, sorry, my neighbors of over 15 years just sold their house and they moved to Texas, and I think the new owners are just starting to move in, because somebody just walked by. Sorry, distraction, squirrel. So as I was saying, the cowls. So there's a video, I will put a link to it, of a few cowls, and they're blanket cowls, and they're gorgeous, and I'm very tempted, but I know I will get nowhere near done. But the Hotel of Bees one, I need to pause for a second. Okay, he's back from his adventures. So as I was saying, the one that I am definitely going to partake in is the Tree of Life. That has been on my to-do list for a long time. I've had it in my Lion Brand library way before they redid their website, I think last year, and even before that I had it on there. It's been years. So oh, for the Hotel of Bees, I am using Touch of Alpaca by Lion Brand. I don't know if they're getting rid of the whole line right now, or if they're just getting rid of the colors and as I was saying, for the billionth time, the small ones are at AC Moore, the large ones are at Michael's. These are regular price, they're not on clearance at AC Moore, but I was going to do just the 2 colors in my Hotel of Bee, but the cream and crimson look very much Christmassy, so I am going to add this as the final color. And then I have the Tree of Life is asking for 2,500 yards, which is a heck of a lot, and I hope I finish. So I have, I think, 7 of these. So this is 415 yards per jumbo skein. So, and it's like an olive color. It's called olive. So this I will be using for the Tree of Life, and I hope I finish. And the other cowl that was mentioned, it's called the Havana cowl, or it's a Havana blanket. And the designer is from, I don't want to say it wrong. I want to say Poland, but maybe not. But she's from somewhere in Europe. Her husband's Cuban, and they currently are in Havana. So, and it was inspired by the colors and the architecture and everything there. So it's absolutely gorgeous. It has so many stitch patterns in there. I really, really want to give it a try. But I don't really have all the specs as to what it entails, because I really don't want to have to buy any more yarn to do it. And I'm hoping I can pillage my stash. But one of the downsides of my stash is I get hooked by colors, and I buy 1 or 2, and I have so many orphaned. It's all the yarn I have there. So I don't have multiples of a particular yarn to use. So anyway, I think that's it for, can you grab that for me, please? Thank you. And AC Moore had it 3 for $9. So I have this one, the gold one, and I forget what the other color is that I bought.
Are you gonna come back out?
Totally.
Can I just keep this open?
Yes. No. Bugs will get in the house.
Are you gonna come back in?
Yes, I forgot to get my thing.
Anyone want to adopt children?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm coming back out.
Okay. I thought, you know, it was so loud inside, I thought it would be great out here. Of course not. Anyway, what are my finished objects? I've been working on my cowl pattern that everyone's mentioned. I actually have 2 versions of the cowl, and so one is what I call a big button cowl, which is this. It's currently out being tested, and obviously I had these big buttons in my stash for 2 years. When I saw them, I loved them. I think I bought them off an Etsy seller, but now you can actually find them on Amazon. I've had them in my stash. I look at them every year for the last 2 years. Nothing to do. You know, nothing's inspired. And then my normal button cowl that I have, everyone always asks about the pattern, and I'm not sure if I want to, it's simple, but I don't know if I want to write it up yet. One of 2 reasons, proprietary, and the other is the edge of it that I do, I tend to fudge it a little every time, and I don't know how to put that into words for people. It's not hard, but it's just making it make sense written down. But this is the big button cowl, as I was trying to say. And this is actually being tested right now. I'm actually waiting on 2 other testers. It's all written out before I release it. And since I just did 2 back-to-back, I may wait another week or 2. I know one of the testers can't work on it until today or tomorrow. And then the other one, I actually have to reach out to her because I haven't heard anything, and she's had it since Wednesday. So I don't want to seem pushy and just to rush it out. So that's the one. And then there's this one here, which I actually started from Stash. These are all Lion Brand Thick and Quick. This is, I don't think it's called Moonlight. I forget what the colorway is. But this is called Marble. And I had 1.5 skeins. I thought it was 1.5, and it wasn't. So I couldn't find it at Michael's, and I finally found it at... No, I couldn't find it at Walmart where I first bought it, and I found it at Michael's. So I just finished it, and this is the button on it. So hopefully this will be out either in another week or week and a half. Hopefully by mid to end of next week, it'll be out. So my normal button cowl that I make is this one. It's a regular size button. Well, for me, regular size. And it does have a different edging and a slightly easy, simple pattern, but it's a little different than the big button one. So those are my finished. And then what I do with any leftover, I make my Kalina headband, which is super quick, easy. And again, it's for anyone who tells me that they don't do hats when I do my craft fairs, which is quite common in this cold temperature that we have here in the wintertime in New England. You know, I always pull out the headbands for them. So I have this one, and then this color, it's either Philadelphia yellow or Madison mustard, I think. I don't think it's the Madison mustard. I'll figure out what it is, but I love it. It's like a orangey gold color. So out of 1 skein, I was able to get an adult and a child size or toddler size out of it. So, Kalina headband. It's only a $2 pattern because it's a really easy pattern, and right now it's 30% off till the end of day Monday. The other thing, I can't remember if I showed that, and I didn't look, but the washcloth cowl that I was doing it went from July through the end of this month, is over. And this was the last one. Wasn't thrilled. The pattern I like, but I wasn't thrilled with the yarn because it doesn't show. These are, it's the crunch stitch, which is a slip stitch and half double crochet. I've heard it called something else before, but it's the crunch stitch. And then it also has the cross stitch, the double crochet cross stitch here, which for some reason is all the rage right now. It's like everyone's using it right now, and it's just, I've used it forever. It's been around. I feel old when I say that because when I first started watching crochet videos on YouTube, it was with the Crochet Geek, which is Teresa Richardson. I always looked at her as like the mother of crochet tutorials on YouTube. Now there's a plethora of people doing it, but all of these stitches she used to do way back when. So that's the end of the washcloth. That group, which is Cal Central on Facebook, they have cows going on all year long, and the next one they're starting, I think it's called a Holiday Stash Down. So it's going to run from September through December, and then you have till early January to enter all your pictures. They have a place online where you can do it. And I think most of the cows, for the washcloth, I don't think there was a, were they doing winners? I'm not sure. Not all of them, they do prizes, but this one there is. When you post online your finished item, people vote on it, and then somebody gets picked. I think the last one, maybe they did have for the washcloth, they had a couple of winners, and I think they're going to have definitely more than one for this. So the patterns are posted every Monday. They, I think either today or sometime this weekend, they're going to post the materials you're going to need, or maybe they have already, I'm not sure. But I am planning right now to take part in it, but not religiously. Like I probably won't have time to do every single one of them, but we'll see. The other thing I did was this, and this is Angelia's fault. The little zinnia patch. She posted, she often posts these patterns, either free or paid, on her Facebook page. And not her patterns, just, you know, she looks around like we all do through Ravelry and wherever else. And she posted this one, and I was actually in the middle of doing something. I'm like, oh, that's cute. And I don't even like cats. No offense to cat lovers. But it was cute, and I just looked up, and I have this, this is Karen's Simply Soft Party, and this is a Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in their Prince colorway. I forget what color it is. But the kitty mermaid, how cute is that? You can kind of curve it a little. But yeah, so that was a quickie. Did that. The other thing I did was, which one? I'm going to go a little out of order here, but the Friendly Red Fox, like I've mentioned before, does her, she's doing a crochet, the A to Z, Amigurumi A to Z, where she's making a Amigurumi pattern for every letter of the alphabet. So I'm jumping ahead here to J, and she put out a jellyfish pattern. So actually the whites were leftovers that I had from my scrap bin, and so are these. So that's the J for the jellyfish. And I primping him a little. You ready? This is Iggy. Iggy the iguana. Now when she does her pictures, they always look like they're standing, and I have the hardest time getting the legs to stay put, so I may actually like tack them a little. But then again, maybe not, so he can just lay down. But yeah, this is Iggy. That's that. And then my other, this is leftover from the next one I'm going to show you, but I hadn't done one of my octos in quite a while, so this is leftover. And this yarn is Bernat Super Value Big Stripes, and it's been on clearance at AC Moore, and that's the only place I've seen it, at AC Moore for a while. So I think they're getting rid of it, but it's another cake yarn. Stripes, and I quite like it. But what I actually made out of that is another one of my brown girl lovies. Isn't she cute? If I do say so myself, she is adorable. This is my own pattern as far as patterns go. I mean, it's not horribly difficult. I'm still trying to figure out the thumb, but this is where I am so far. But look at her. I just love her. Yeah. And then this, Z, are you watching? This is the stitch pattern by Glenda of Creative Grandma. And I modified hers just slightly. But I used that technique to create her dress, body, etc. And then the black from the wig cap I use with some of the big stripe yarn to do her pom-pom. I love her. She's adorable. She is adorable. Yep. So that's that. I think that's that. This is going to be long, noisy, rambly. because there was no helping. You know, family's here and this is life. What are you going to do? Yeah, we're not experts at that. We're just sharing what's going on. So thanks for coming along. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, my Columbo moment again. I had mentioned in a couple of videos that I was planning on doing another giveaway, but not till I hit 700 subscribers, and I couldn't find the hook, the furls hook. So I had mentioned I have 3 furls hook, 2 streamlines, and one of the, I forget what it's called, the one with the black handle and the silver colored hook part. And I am not a huge fan. That black one, it's not too horrible. It just doesn't feel right in my hand. And then I do not like the hook parts to this. I hope it's focusing. But it catches on everything. It's not smooth. Yeah, to me it's not smooth enough, and it splits my yarn, it catches, and I like a thumb rest. I do. I like a designated thumb rest. One of the things that they did improve from when they first began, they put the sizes now on the hooks, which is good. So this is the H I couldn't find before. I do have a 4.5. It's in the darker wood, but when I hit 700, if you're interested, I will have a giveaway for this. So if you're interested in owning a furls hook, I think I've used it all of 3 times, and I definitely don't. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. I will stick to my Clover Amour. Pardon the reach. I will stick to my Clover Amour and my tulips. Z and I love our tulips, but sorry, not a fan. Just doesn't do it for me. The other one I did contemplate is Bee Queen Crochet. She also does wooden hooks. It's actually all handmade by her husband. They do it together. I think he really does the creation of them. Hers does have a thumb rest, and I have a group that I go to on Wednesdays of, you know, knitters, crocheters, cross stitchers, quilters even. And one of the members actually has one of the Bee Queen hooks, and it's lighter than the furls, and it has that thumb rest, but hers are pretty pricey too, and right now I can't justify a $50 hook. And that was on sale. She has a sale, I think, that ends, either ended yesterday or it ends today. Yeah, today's Saturday the 1st, by the way. I didn't say that. All right, I do believe that's it. This was a little unplanned, a little rambly, a lot noisy, but it's good noisy. It's kids. What are you gonna do? Thank you for watching. Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for anyone who's purchased my patterns. I hope you guys go and check it out on Ravelry. Like I said, it's 30% off through Monday. And my new beanie, the Ogunquit, will be 30% off through Friday the 7th. So thank you, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.